Hello everyone, hello my friends. New video for you here. Today I explain what I have played of last World Invitational tournament. First of all, congratulations to Team and Slayer and King of Jokes for the first, second, and third position. I have closed on top 4, so 4th position, and I'm really happy of it. Probably I just want to play more games on 2 lanes, but my score in Ashen Pass was good, so yeah. As you know, I have built a deck that can be good on 2 lanes and on Ashen Pass at the same time, and this is not easy for a deck builder. So let's start. The core hero that probably I pick every time on 2 lanes and on Ashen Pass, it's the mage and pushing. So Astrida and Shilavi. Astrida build to charm, shove, 3 direct, and to chasm. So defensive cards and remove condition that good against Liothan, of course, but against everyone because you can remove disarm and steal frenzy and a lot. At the same time, Shilavi has 2 Nightmares Incarnate, so damage cards that remove pillars, as you know, illusion, 3 presents because Liothan must control the object for do something on the game. The 3rd Chasm and 1 Soul Scream. The other choices are Freyel, most defensive heroes we can have, 3 Nourish, 2 Sacrifice and 2 Snowblind, so 2 disarm cards and 5 healing cards. And probably the most games on 2 lanes. On 2 lanes we build accurate. I have built accurate with Barring Away because I am a little scared from battle rights, as you know. Tarot now have these new cards that are very powerful for spawn the minions, and the only Atrakali counter Astrida as well. So we need some cards to contrast them. So 2 Barring the Way. The second movement card, because pay attention, the first was Shove and the second was Time Warp, is perfect for switch the control object or escape from enemy attacks. 2 Call of the Pack for spawn minions after the enemy on battle rights when we are the second players, as you know. And 2 Wine Blast for the same reason of Call of the Pack, but 1 turn later we can clean the minions before we attack the pillar, and so we clean the minions. So yeah. But at the same time we can build on 2 lanes Kojov or Gurbian against Gurbian. I like Gurbian against Nupten because I have built 3 Psychic Shield, and as you know, Psychic Shield is the big enemy of Nupten because counter every yellow cards that will make damage. The 3rd Sacrifice, this is important. You have 6 hero cards when you go in the dome, battle, or for killing object. 3 highs, so the 3rd disarm cards, and 2 Sinkhole because Sinkhole is so good. At the same time, against control decks, so Liothan or Taulot, when Taulot doesn't take Akla or something else, you can build Kojov because you have Shut a Mind, the 3rd Sharp that against the Liothan controls. Strength of the Pack is another card that you can play after the enemy on battle rights, for example, or in Ashen Pass is so good. The 3rd Nightmare it's Incarnate, so more Bolt and 2 Soul Scream So with the South Scheme of Shilab is the second, third one. So the outsider is the Saint Ambassador, as you know, is my favorite outsider. So probably on 2 lanes, what can we take? Astrida, Friel, Shilavi and Decrete, we have a lot of damage, a lot of control, and we can play for every victory cards, no? You know. Against probably the first and second deck position, so flip +2 decks is more aggressive. We cut Accurate and we bring Gurbian. Gurbian is very good against them because we have +3/+3 cards that with the passive of Friel is needing 4 heroes. We have another disarm, another healing, and sinkhole, and when we are the first player with Flux Sinkhole or the Surface Sinkhole at the first activation, the third turn is so good. At the same time, as you can see from my streaming game against Piotr on the World Invitational, I have played Kojov against Taulot for the same reason. So, and cutting Freyal because Taulot it brings only defensive heroes, so I don't need Freyal, and I have beat Astrida, Shilavi, Accurate and Kojov. This is the plane on 2 lanes that we can see here. Probably the best spawning of my heroes is when there is, for example, where is right breach, okay? So right breach or left breach, we have to pay attention where is the one, and we go Astrida on the lane of we have the victory cards and Accurate against the opposite. This is very important. We don't have to put Accurate here because if your opponent put your enemy heroes here, you can't do your standard opening, right? So you have to put Accurate here. For I have the possibility to put him here or here and clean the minions of the enemy right breach, and this is so good. Freyal is ranged, so on the bottom, and Shilavi is on the top. This is my standard position on 2 lanes. When we build, of course, Gurbian instead of Accurate is this. When we put Korjov instead of Freyal is this, and it's very powerful Shapeshift Korjov on turn 1 because we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and building the cover the enemy heroes. A lot of times is Talkali that put the pillar, you know, for protect the minion, and with Korjov we have a lot of damage to bring him. Yeah, this is probably the best opening that I can make with the 2 lanes. So the first activation is Freyal, I shapeshift Astrida, go here and lead. So Astrida go here, attack the minion, spawn the minion and lead. So Accurate go here, clean the minion with his illusion, you know, with the barrier effect. And now we can choose if we are the first player, we can pay Flux presence for win the dome, and probably against not full control deck we probably win this, and at worst win tie this. But in the if your opponent go with 2 heroes, 1 here and 1 here, we win the dome with presence because we lead of 3 and we have 6 and they have 2 + 3, 5. So we probably win this and we win everything. This is the best view of the first turn for this Liothan deck, okay? Because win the outsider can reposition your heroes very good for the second turn, and Another good thing and discussed victory cards of the World Tournament is Hunting for Power. Hunting for Power, if we have the first player, is so good for us, I suppose. The problem is where we are the second player against the team deck, for example, the plus 2 decks, because we don't have presence, and they go on 40 in the dome, and probably is not good at all for us to go in the dome for fight with him, because they have a best deck modifier than us, right? So probably we have forced when there is something for fight to will be the first player, because we can presence and we tie the dome with presence, and at the same time pushing the lane. I have read a lot of discussion against the plus 2 decks as a problem. I don't know. In my opinion, there is not problem at all, because Team is very good player, but his deck probably suffer the control object. For example, if they doesn't run Hunting for Power, or for example Onslaught. So if he doesn't run Onslaught and Hunting for Power, he suffer, right? Because if you have an invasion, right breach, or tactician, or the tamer, it's fine, because you probably focus on left breach before, right? With this deck. With this deck, you have a lot of pushing heroes and for stay alive, and so you have only to pay attention when there is Onslaught and Hunting for Power. Strongly suggestion when there is Hunting for Power to go first. This is very important, because you counter the turn to Flux Rampagnator. I am little sad, because I have played a lot with this deck for 2 lanes, but I have played only 1 game. With Pioneer I have lost for Umbra Rights, but if I had Nightmares Incarnate in the end, as you know, as you can see in the streaming, and if I killing Trakal instead of play Call of the Pack, probably I win the game. Not probably, I won the game. So my big mistake on this game. Yeah, I have played, as for your info, I played this deck on the November Clash 2, and I have lost this morning against against the team deck, because he was the first player, and there is this card. I have try to make a dome battle, but he dooms my Freyel on the second turn for prevent the last hit on the outsider, and on the third turn he spawn his outsider near his dome, and with Rampant traded with Nella can finish on 5 HP Saint Bastard. So yeah, probably the Hunting for Fire on the second play is a problem. If you are the second play is a problem, but as I had told you before, the very important thing is have the flags. I mean, I have played this deck on the November Clash, and I have closed it with 6-1, I suppose. So in my opinion, this deck is very good. Of course, if we have to build a deck only for 2 lanes, the build is completely different, but we have to go in on Ashen Pass, and for Ashen Pass I don't spend a lot of time, because I have make another video in my page where is a full Liothan deck. But this is the concept. On On Ashen Pass we can build Astrida, Freyal and Shilavi, and for Tiro is Gurbrian a lot of times, or Korjov instead of Freyal main deck against full control decks. So you can see my starting opening first turn on Ashen Pass on his video, on this video, and in my opinion it's a very strong turn 1 opening, so you can set up for pushing and a lot of damage, as you can see the first player. Yeah, a lot of players prefer to go second on Ashen Pass, and the stats give this reason, because as we can see after the World Invitationals, the second player win 3 times when the first player win 1 time. But I prefer go first. I don't know why. But I have probably a very good score as one game as first player on Ashen Pass, and probably the reason to go second is only the tactician victory cards against mid-range deck. But against aggro deck I want to go first. I want to have the first activation from the second turn for hitting his heroes with shapeshifted and make disarm them with a pseudo ability, passive ability. So the Song of Liothan ability as well. So yeah, I suggest you to see the other Liothan deck if you want to play Liothan video, sorry, if you want to play as I play this deck on Ashen Pass. And on today's I have probably said everything. Yeah, so play. Thanks. I have to say thanks of a lot of feedback I have received from the other videos. Yeah, I have played a very wonderful tournament, and congratulations again to team King of Game Slayer, King of Jokes. See you in Discord and see you in the next video, and thanks a lot for watching.